So everybody with a nuke at the moment seems to get a little bit.
Yeah, so America shouldn't get involved.
So you know, here's the funny part. If Iran wanted a nuclear weapon, all they would have to do is buy it from North Korea.
Involved or not? It's up to America to get involved, and America's getting involved for good reason.
Why? You started a war. You should finish it. You started a war.
Edward, I think Iran
started the war.
Iran
attacked.
Wait, war?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. It's just insane.
The level of retardedness.
Get to America. Think about it for a second.
Back to America.
Yeah, so what? Back to America. Who cares? So what?
What do you mean, who cares?
How many missiles did Hezbollah fire at Israel?
Who cares?
How many?
You can criticize
About 99% were rockets.
Hezbollah is Iran.
Okay.
They attacked first. Iran attacked.
Oh, is that how you're doing it? Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, why do I have
I
to
gotta
do it
figure
that
out the Zionist logic here. Okay.
Hezbollah is not Iran.
You have to twist logic.
Hezbollah is not Iran. You guys are in
Listen, you're
denial.
gonna have to.
Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran.
Not just a proxy. They're literally part of the Iranian government. And they attacked Israel multiple
They're not a
times.
part of the Iranian. Come
They're
on.
literally part of the Iranian government. Hezbollah sits in their parliament. Hezbollah is a part of the Iranian government. If you don't know that,
They have passports.
And why do you have Hezbollah right there on the border with you and you're not attacking them?
we did attack them if they ever arm up or attacked us.
But they're still there, so.
Yeah, but they don't have arms anymore, so we don't care.
What do you mean? The arms are underground?
We took them out underground. We did this way back.
Oh, you went underground?
We disabled them underground, yes.
How?
Remember just how we killed that, what's this guy, Nasrallah, who was like
this is
half
how
a mile under concrete.
Even the German chancellor today has said Israel is doing the world's dirty work in Iran.
Doing the world a favor.
Has come out and said this.
Well, the Germans would say that, of course. The Germans
Israel is saving the world.
Israel is saving the world.
So hot on censoring everything that's coming out at the moment. Why are they arresting people that's filming? Why are they doing that? What's the reason?
Why are there Jews collaborating with Iran from Israel?
You're not arresting their own people for doing filming. So filming the missile coming from Iran.
Because that's for targeting, obviously. You guys are really stupid. It's for targeting.
No, but Iran has satellites.
To make themselves look good.
Iran has satellites. They don't need people on the ground to show them anything.
No, the people
And
on the ground are
they have access to Chinese and Russian intel.
Huh?
No, wait, hold on. They have access to both the Chinese and Russian satellite systems as well. So they don't need people on the ground. No, this is to control the narrative.
Incorrect.
And how about the people leading up to this? How about for months? Norm, for months, every week you'll hear about multiple Jews being arrested in Israel for helping Iran, spying on Israel for Iran. So maybe there's some anger, built up anger, resentment from the Jewish people in Israel for the way that their government is treating them.
We're a democracy. There are different opinions. Unlike your places, we have
their opinion is to help bring your regime down. That's pretty serious.
There is no regime. It's a parliamentary democracy. Look the word up.
But according to a bunch of these Jews that were arrested, they feel otherwise. They feel like it's
that is incorrect.
It's a regime.
Now you're just lying.
Look. Every week I hear about it.
I'm a Jew. What I'm about to say is a Jew. I need to go to.
You're a Christian.
Like you see what I mean? A Jew can say whatever they want. You see what I'm trying to say, Edward?
No, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say
this is
a Jew can say anything they
Huh?
want. This doesn't mean it's fact. If a Jew in Israel wants to go against Netanyahu and say that it's a regime, that doesn't mean it's a fact.
It's not a regime.
Right there. Pikachu right there accused me of being a Holocaust denier when I wasn't even talking about the Holocaust.
Up about this. I really did pinch a nerve, didn't I? Because
No,
you pointed it out that you were.
You pointed it out. Shut up, Fumalu. Shut up.
Listen, you've gone on about this for the last 5 days.
Because it is so ridiculous to even say when we weren't even talking about the Holocaust or anything like this.
It was quite simple in its analogy, and it got you hook, line, and
He didn't say it was an analogy. He said you are a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, well, the whole idea of it was.
Will you take it back? Will you take it back?
Right, let's go through the conversation again, should we? Let's start where the conversation ended. Let's go. Go on. How did it start that I called you a Holocaust denier?
Because I said I have questions about October 7th.
What questions did you have about October 7th?
I didn't say what they were.
No, you did. You
No, I
questioned, you questioned the filming about October the 7th. You questioned the rape. You questioned...
No. I didn't question.
You questioned
I said,
innocent people.
If they were innocent people that were killed, and if Hamas raped people, then I would call it out. That's exactly what I said. But then I said,
if on the basis that there's plenty of evidence showing that...
No, I don't believe...
You are denying the circumstances
No,
of the day.
I don't believe your evidence. That's the problem.
Okay. No,
I don't believe your evidence.
What I said to you at that time was a lot of people who came out of the Second World War said exactly the same thing. And they
No, that's not what you said. You said, Edward, you are a Holocaust denier. You said I was a Holocaust denier. Are you taking it back now?
Its own term makes you a Holocaust denier.
Are you taking it back? Am I a Holocaust denier or not? You're ridiculous. You are ridiculous. Your logic is ridiculous.
I'm not. No, it's not. It can't be ridiculous.
You know why? Because I'm not a Holocaust denier. So there you go. Boom, done.
You're a denier.
So your logic doesn't make sense.
You're a denier of the Holocaust that happened on the
I just
7th of
said,
October.
wait, the Holocaust I am not denying, and you cannot call October 7th a Holocaust.
Yes, you
You're
can.
not allowed to do
Yes,
that.
you can.
The Jewish people,
Holocaust.
the Jewish people can do that.
Then,
Okay, then I could call what happened in Gaza
Holocaust.
a Holocaust.
What is a Holocaust?
I could call what happened in Gaza a Holocaust then. Can I do that?
What is a Holocaust?
Well, a Holocaust is specific to Jewish people, and it's specific to what happened.
What happened on the 7th of October?
Wait, it's specific. No, it's specific to what happened in World War II.
Edward.
It's specific to World War II. The Holocaust refers to the World War II. That's it. Period.
October.
I know English. Go look at. Okay, go pull up a dictionary.
Edward.
Pull up a dictionary. You don't have to argue with me. Tell me if it says in there what it says in there what the Holocaust is.
Makes you a Holocaust denier. Makes you a Holocaust.
I am okay, but I can't be a Holocaust denier if I'm saying right now. I'm saying I believe the Holocaust happened in its entirety.
You are a Holocaust.
So you can't say I'm a Holocaust denier. Period.
You have denied what has happened on the 7th of October on the basis of all the evidence that's there.
Actually, I didn't deny. I didn't deny. I said I am waiting for this to be over.
The evidence. You're questioning.
I'm allowed to. Unlike America, it's not against the law to question the evidence, like in Israel, where you could get up to 5 years in prison
the fact of the
for questioning the narrative.
Edward is talking.
Which is the law, by the way.
You questioned the videos. You questioned the atrocities. You questioned the rape. You questioned the murders.
I did not question any of them.
To me means that you are a denier.
I did not. I said I am holding my opinion until I have as much facts as I can because of the propaganda that came out. I first condemned Hamas. Then all this stuff came out. Oh wait, this didn't happen. That didn't happen. So I said I'm waiting until
for the last 2 years. For the last
it's not over yet.
What you've done. You've questioned all of it.
What do you mean? Okay.
That's the way you are. That's what Holocaust is.
Okay. Let's say I did this. That does not mean I'm a Holocaust denier. And I'm saying, no, you can't label October 7th a Holocaust.
No, you haven't taken any of the evidence. You haven't ratified the evidence, and you haven't said that actually happened. You have not done that once.
Oh, I don't have all the evidence yet.
Yes, you do.
I won't have it until after.
Programs. It's been on your feeds. You've watched.
No, that's not all the evidence. That's Israeli evidence.
Okay, when will you have the evidence about anything? When? Tell us. After
Arthur, when you graduate college.
After the okay.
You're in your freshman year. Congratulations.
Yeah. Do you know that till you have the answers, Gaza won't exist as a Muslim place?
I can't understand you. You're not speaking properly.
Gaza won't be a Muslim place.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
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 Bye bye. Bye.
So I don't deny what happened on October 7th. That's for the record. I do not deny. I say I have questions.
Do you question?
No, I don't deny. I'm saying I will wait for my opinion when it comes to the rapes, for all this stuff, until the war is over, until Hamas, everything. And then that's when you'll see the truth coming out on both sides. That's what I said. And I said specifically, if Hamas has done this, then I will be the first to condemn them. That's exactly what I said to you, Pumu. And you called me a Holocaust denier.
Edward, the evidence is clear as daylight. The fact that you cannot see it for what it is shows that you are a denier.
Well, they're in denial.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way.
One example of the denial.
Just wake up to the fact that you're in denial. You are in denial. The fact that you still have to...
Okay, whatever. It doesn't work that way, though.
There is crystal in your face.
No, it doesn't work that way.
You are
I won't take Israel's narrative only. I would take the Palestinians.
You could take Priscilla Patton's from the United Nations, who said there was clear evidence that there was rape. And you still deny that.
Okay, wait.
Still deny.
There's also a UN report that says rape was not systemic, or Hamas did not use rape as a systemic tool. No, you're the idiot, Pumalu, because you are not willing. If somebody's saying that they want to wait,
was Nazi Germany during or after the end of
if there was rape, there was rape. It doesn't have to be systemic.
There wasn't a system of rape. It was just rape.
The fact that there was rape, there was rape. You don't.
Oh yeah, by who though? By who?
The idea by the Palestinians.
I don't know by who. They're Palestinians. Palestinians. Was it Hamas? I don't know. We have to wait and see.
They don't know what Hamas is, so they call them Palestinians.
Yeah, because they think all of them, everybody's Hamas.
We do know what Hamas is actually.
Okay, what's Hamas? How would you know? How would you know who's a member of Hamas? And if you still want to talk on.
So your question is who's a member?
How would you know that that person is a member of Hamas? Tell me.
I'm gonna blow your mind now.
What's the process?
Listen. By asking.
I'll tell you
How hard was that?
Wait, let's just finish the conversation. One second. This is the interesting thing.
What a retarded.
These guys who got caught, right?
So what's wrong with the statement?
Who actually got interviewed. Who actually got interviewed by the military police on what happened, and it's all on video, and what they did to women, where they actually said that they had raped Jewish women, right? Because that's what they were told to do, systemic or not. It's all on video, it's all on tape, admitting to it, and you will still deny that, Edward. You'd still want to deny that, and he runs away.
Maybe he didn't see that. Well, the women say they did it.
They've all seen it. They've all seen it, Norm. Come on. They've all seen
They're in denial.
Let's
they want to claim a moral high ground, which they know very well that they can't claim. So they make false allegations and deny the facts right in front of their eyes.
Yeah, I'm going to call it out for wherever it is. I swear, the guy's a denier, and he would be a Holocaust denier if he found himself in that position. Trust me, because that's what he is. That's what Holocaust deniers do. They can't believe the truth. You can't believe the truth, Edward.
Hello, Rudy.
From the truth.
First, okay, I'm done with this. I'm going to wait until this is over. Then I will say Hamas, and I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that.
Even these guys.
Yeah, but like I said, during the Holocaust, was it labelled a Holocaust or was it labelled after?
They admitted to being guilty. Edward, you stood me the fact that they were convicted, and they effectively admitted to the fact that they had performed rape on Jewish women. And you know that because you've seen it and you've watched it. It's on tape. It's there. It's admitted. And it is
funny how they won't
face up to the fact that they did it.
They were just refusing to do that. There's just zero respect.
So
Yakov also wait to see how many are dead.
Norm, hold on. Yakov and Rody, if you guys wanted to chime in, you could feel free to chime in.
Yeah, but we're going to wait until after to see how many are dead in Gaza. Fair. Well, wait. We don't know how many.
Genocide is...
No, we're going to wait till the war is over before we say how many are dead in Gaza. I agree.
To determine
somebody asked the question, what was the Holocaust called during World War II?
Yeah, was it labeled a Holocaust during?
No, it was called several different things. I won't talk about what the Germans called it, because we know that awful term. President government
the question as to what it was called is irrelevant.
Solution.
The name of what it was.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay.
Massacre of Jews, extermination, atrocities, the annihilation of European Jewry, the destruction of the Jews of
The
Europe.
same thing that
Those
the
are
Arab
terms
League
that
said
were
they were going to do
used.
to Israel
You
in
ratified on
1948.
7th of October, a Holocaust.
The same thing
Exactly.
that the Arab League,
Norm, let Yaakov land.
the same thing that the Arab League said they
You know, this is
Same
where
thing that the Arab League said they were going to
when
do
it just talks,
on
right?
May 15th,
Norm.
1948.
What, okay,
Stop
why are
interrupting.
you blocking Yaakov?
Stop interrupting. Nobody's blocking.
Yes, you are.
The same thing that the Arab League said they would do to Israel on May 15th of 1948. Annihilate it entirely in a bloody massacre. That's genocide. That's what they said they tried to do May 15th, 1948.
Ego.
Same thing that Hamas tried to do on October 7th.
Do not block anyone. If somebody block one, or he release, or he put himself down.
Yes.
Don't block anyone.
Nobody's blocking.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm saying let Yaakov talk if he wants to talk.
I just want to say, wait, Edward. Swiftly, I saw out of the room just because he saw me out of his room. That's equal. If somebody saw me out from his room, I would throw him out from my room. Let's say I just want to explain why I saw Swifty from the room. Now you can keep on.
So the Arab League tried to continue the Holocaust on May 15th of 1948. And they said, we're going to annihilate them. We're going to do a bloody massacre. Complete destruction. That's what they said. Genocide.
So they say that then, but then there's the IDF and Netanyahu and all these people. They've said similar things to the Palestinians. So it's not
Okay, I want to hear what
or genocide.
Tell me
When other people say it, only when you want people to, when you want to listen to people.
No, I want to give you a fair
Is that what you're saying? That's what a double stand.
No, what did Netanyahu say? Please tell us here.
No, I said the IDF. There's so many. What's
what did the IDF say?
What's your president's name? What's your president's name? Yeah? What's the name of the president?
What did he say? Isaac Herzog.
What's the president of Israel's name again?
His name is Isaac Herzog. What did he say?
Yeah, so he said there's no innocent people in Gaza. So he means everyone in Gaza deserves the punishment for the 7th of October.
So he did not say he wanted to commit a
He said there's no innocent people. So basically, they need to be punished. The Palestinians in Gaza need to be punished. There are no innocent people.
He didn't say that they need to be punished, did he?
He was talking in context of the people weren't turning in Hamas. They weren't assisting in solving the solution. He did not say they should all be punished. There's a clear difference.
Or did he say that they should be
annihilated? I'm pretty sure as someone like a leader or spokesperson of a country, they should say things very clearly.
You just
shouldn't have to be interpreted from other people.
Teddy, you just referenced the president's statement. My understanding is he didn't say therefore they should be eliminated.
Of course. What's the opposite of being innocent?
Hold on, Ego.
What else do you have?
I just want to say something. Thing. It's not true. Herzog did not say there are no innocent people. He did not say it. It's a lie.
Let Ego
Herzog
talk.
did not say it.
Ego.
Okay, Teddy, you're being challenged on the facts. Show us, Teddy.
Hold on, Norm. Let Ego talk. Ego.
It's a lie that Herzog said. Herzog did not say it.
Ego, yesterday, you were cut off yesterday. You said
in an interview, Herzog was interviewed by, I think it was an American or an English journalist, and I think he did say, look, when people were taking, this is the context that he said it. He said when our people were taken into Gaza, right, everybody was jubilant, everybody. Basically, and I think he did use the words, you see, there were no innocent people in Gaza.
Don't say it. No,
I have his words.
Not say
I
it.
think he did.
I invite you to bring the
on October 13th.
He did not say it. I know
Yaakov has the quotes. Yaakov.
On October 13th, just a few days after October 7th, he said the following: "It's an entire nation out there that is responsible. It is not true that this rhetoric about civilians not aware, not involved, it's absolutely not true."
Right, because civilians came. Lomi was in a civilian apartment. Civilians are aiding and abetting the genocide of.
So he's basically saying that all of the children, everything involved in everything that happened on the 7th of October. That's basically what he said. Everyone knew about it. Everyone knew about it, but they should all be punished for it.
He never said that, though. You said that.
There was a father there who was a doctor. He had his children. The children
Did that
were
clear
around.
up the
Everybody was around
statement?
in the house.
Yeah, what do you think that statement means?
Yes, Jacob, we're still going to fight.
Jacob, if you read that statement, what do you think? What do you think it means?
Well, like if, for example, like the video where all of the people were surrounding the Jeep as it was coming in, where the poor woman who had blood around her crotch and on her elbows and her arms. Sorry about the dog. You know, there were a lot of people around there. So, like, would those people have done something to protect her, to bring her to safety, to call in the people? That's what he's referring to, is that people who weren't Hamas were protecting Hamas. So whether you can disagree or not about what the people's role is, he was describing what he saw.
But he's definitely generalizing a whole group of people.
It's not really for the ICJ to
2 million people, right? That's not very...
That's his look. That's his
not very good language, is it?
Everyone has their own opinion. There were a lot of
ICJ can decide.
I didn't see a lot of people. There were a lot of people jumping up and down and screaming and chanting and very, 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 very happy. And you have to understand that the emotions in Israel. Hold on. The emotions in Israel. Can I finish? The emotions in Israel were very raw.
Somebody goes and does a suicide bombing.
Let Jacob finish.
Hand out sweets.
Let Jacob finish.
Less than 7 days from that event, when people saw people jubilant over, you know, bringing in dead bodies and people who were barely
Naked
walking.
women.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that. I mean, you can understand that the president of a country could, you know, feel just terrible about this situation. He didn't say they all need to die then. He's just saying, the quote stands on itself.
So Yaakov, when it comes to Netanyahu and others behind a plan to move Palestinians out of Gaza, to relocate them.
Which ones? I mean, 80% of them are not from there.
All of them. So 80% of them, let's say. Okay, then 80%
of them are not there.
Okay.
They call themselves refugees. If they're refugees, that means they're not from there, obviously.
Is why the Palestinian, South Africa will win the ICJ case.
Started to say,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'll ask you later.
What's the question?
He said if Netanyahu wants to move, say, the people who are not from Gaza to a safer area, is that ethnic cleansing? I don't see how it could be ethnic cleansing.
Well, 52%. There was a survey.
Almost, I have to get off for a few minutes.
They want to leave. They said they do.
Whatever.
You just can't
Why are you keeping him prisoner in a war zone?
I don't know. I haven't heard him for a while.
Edwin, if you want to go, you can go. You don't have to announce to everybody that you got to go.
Yeah, it's not LaGuardia here. We don't have to announce your departure.
I just want to say that the one who said there are no innocents in Gaza was a Knesset member, far-right Knesset member by the name Nissim Baturi, not Herzog.
Yeah, no, he said something similar.
No, not similar. It's something.
It's not exact. No one's saying
it's very far, I think, but I don't think.
Yeah.
The way that they lie and get facts wrong is just unbelievable to me. And they just don't care. Just move on to the next slide. It's just unbelievable. It's sadistic. It's the only word for it.
It looks like the US is actually going to strike Iran.
Who is?
The US.
What information did you get?
Yeah, it's just came through on Sky News. It says Israel-Iran live. Trump considering US strike on Iran.
Can I just give me who was the one before saying that they don't know if rape happened? Was that Edward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting. I just find it to be very disingenuous because if you look at information when the UN went there to check to see what was going on, they came out on writing that there was sexual assault going on there. So if you even look, if you don't look at that information, you don't do your research, and you come into a room with Jews in here and say, "Oh yeah, I don't know if your woman got raped," without looking at the information, it just shows you're here in bad faith.
Yeah, obviously, that's but that's the narrative. The narrative is bad faith to try and pull a story to.
Hey, who said that? Who said that?
You said it. You
are such a liar. I knew. I was on the phone call this. I knew you tried to put through a narrative that I didn't say.
Somebody else came in and heard you say that, Edward.
No, they didn't hear me say that.
Yes, they did.
Nobody heard me say that. I don't believe that rape took place. No one heard me say that.
Edward, you said that according to the Israelis, he said we don't about the rape thing.
According to the Israelis, what?
You said it's only according to the Israelis that there's rape. That's what you said.
No. So you weren't here for the whole thing, and that's
sorry
the issue.
I'm sorry if I misunderstood. Okay. Go ahead.
No. I'm saying I am. If Hamas raped anybody, I will be the first to condemn them. Right now, because of all the propaganda on both sides, I am waiting until this whole thing is over, when I get all the evidence, everything, and then I will decide.
Fine. So what I said still stands. Have you looked into the UN report?
No, it doesn't stand. What you said, it does not stand. I don't have to look into your sources.
It's a fucking narrative that they.
I don't have to. It's not a narrative. If it's a narrative, I would be speaking on it as a narrative.
You'll pick apart. This is what a Holocaust denier does. You'll pick apart the story until
I didn't pick apart the story.
The day you die. Until the day.
How do you know? How do you know?
Never. Because I know you. I know you.
No, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know.
You're a typical David Miller. Trust me. We know you.
Okay.
You're type. Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't have to come up here and try and justify the fact that there was no rape. We know all well there was rape. Okay.
You're making things up now, and I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not going to entertain it. You're an idiot.
The fact that there's evidence in your.
I am denying that I do not believe fully Israel's evidence. Nobody does. That's just a fact. Because Israel decided to come up with an immense amount of propaganda at the beginning of October 7th.
What did I just say? I said it wasn't Israel. The UN said it. Why do you keep saying that?
The UN came out with multiple reports. One of them was that there wasn't systemic rape conducted by Hamas.
We're not talking about systemic rape. We're talking about rape.
There was rape.
I am going to wait. That's it. And you're going to have to deal with it. I will wait.
Listen. I've dealt with it. I know what I'm dealing with.
Would a survivor interview count in the Times of Israel?
Nope. Because I read the New York Times articles too, where they had to retract a quote survivor of rape.
Has this quote been retracted?
Who? New York Times?
No, the Times of Israel article. 24th of July, 2024.
No, listen, I've read everything that the Times of Israel, and I don't think I missed anything. I may have.
Pin you to the ground, you tried to resist, they take off your clothes, laugh at you, humiliate you, spit at you. They touch your private parts, they rape you. There is a circle, people laugh, and you don't know what to do in the moment.
Sounds like a fantasy.
Resist or let it pass, how to deal with this
situation. Sounds like a fantasy.
There was a very difficult rape. At some point, more people arrived and called for them, and so they had to stop. Added the man who was identified, the Hebrew letters, because they don't want to identify him by name. Hebrew initial is Dalet. It's a very tough moment. Weakness in the entire body. As if your blood is cheap. They were wildly intoxicated, celebrating, laughing with their pistols, with their knives. You disassociate yourself from the situation, but on the other hand, experience it very strongly. Very difficult, he said. Asked how he was coping with the experience, Dalet replied, "It wasn't simply in the beginning. I was very closed off." He also reported an excessive fixation on cleanliness in the aftermath of the attack. Quote, a lot of showers to get all that energy off me, everything that happened.
Okay, Jakob, I don't know why you're reading this.
That sounds like a rape survivor. I mean,
it sounds like a made-up story to me.
You see, you sound like a denier. You're just a denier. That's it.
I mean, it sounds like a very cliche story, actually. Very cliche. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong.
Just be open-minded.
Yes, I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm being open-minded. I'm waiting until this thing is over. Now, am I denying rape? Okay, wait. I'll make this clear. I am not denying that rape occurred. I'm not denying this at all. I don't know if it was Hamas or not. I think it was a different group that went in after Hamas. That's what I think.
What difference does it make whether it was Hamas or not? What do you mean?
Okay, so all you want me to say is that I believe rape occurred and people were raped? Then yes, then I believe that. Yes, then I believe this. Yes.
Okay, fine. We're getting somewhere.
There was a separate report.
How long? 2 years.
4 days later of 4 survivors talking about their issue. This is Times of Israel, July 26, 2024.
Jacob, you don't have to read it.
I'm not. I'm just saying then there's 4 more. I mean, this is not like...
I just said I do believe rape occurred.
Okay.
So if that's Pumulu's issue, and I did make that clear to you, Pumulu, the other day when we talked, so don't act like this is news to you.
Not you. It certainly did not.
I absolutely did, and I told you. I said I have questions about if Hamas raped or not. If this, and I said I think there was another group involved. I went through the whole thing. What are you talking about?
No, you denied it through and through.
I did not deny it.
You got caught.
I did not deny it,
mate. You got caught with your pants down. That's why you come out and admitted it now.
So you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
You're in fact,
I never denied rape.
Your arguments in relation to this, I'll pick them all apart one by one to show you how much of a denier.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You're not smart enough.
Denied the whole. Yes, I am. Believe you me. And
I did not deny the Holocaust. Listen to this guy. I denied the Holocaust. Okay, here we go. I believe the Holocaust happened.
The 7th of October, you have denied through and through.
You can't call the 7th of October a Holocaust. You don't have that right.
You're not listening to me, Edward. You're not listening to me. You have picked apart the 7th of October through and through, from rape to executions to the innocents being killed. The whole way through, you've picked it apart every single way you can to try and deny the fact that it even happened.
That is not true.
In the beginning,
how it happened is what I contest. Not
Edward, let me ask you a question. Edward, let me ask you a question. What do you think you gained by saying, by admitting that there were rapes, but denying that it was Hamas? What do you gain?
I didn't ever. Caleb, you're lying. You're lying, and you're supposed to be a rabbi. I never said I'm denying that it's Hamas. I said I will reserve my opinion if it was Hamas.
Dude, I'm repeating what you just said.
You are a liar. That's not what I said.
3 minutes ago.
You're lying.
That's exactly what. Excuse me, Edward.
You are a rabbi and you are lying. You're
okay. So let's see if everybody else heard what I heard. Let's see if everyone.
They're all Zionists. Of course, they heard what you heard.
Edward. You're smarter than this, okay? And I know that you remember what you said. Here's what I heard you say. Yes, there were rapes. I don't think it was Hamas, and we'll see when it's over, when the investigations are.
That's right.
Okay, so fuck you. So fuck you for calling me a liar.
No. Well,
I heard you correctly. So fucking calm yourself. And stop being so goddamn defensive when somebody actually listens.
You're the one being defensive right now, Caleb. Shut up. And don't worry about what I made. I have the right.
I quoted you. Did I quote you accurately? Did I quote you accurately? Did I paraphrase back to you your position?
The first time you did not. You did not.
You, dude. So let me ask you again.
I'm not dumb.
So let me ask you again. What do you gain from such a position? What do you think that you think that makes you some kind of ethical, moral, high standing something? What do you think you get from a position like that?
I don't owe you anything about what I get from any of my positions.
I'm asking you your opinion, goddamn asshole.
Listen, you piece of shit.
That's what you're gonna get from a denier, Caleb, all the way through.
I mean, honestly, I'm happy to talk to Edward. He's an intelligent enough guy, but if he's gonna be like that,
he's been like that for.
If he's gonna put out a position and then say I'm not gonna talk about my position, that's sorry.
Caleb, we've been in these rooms and let them know that this is what these guys do. For the last 2 years, that's exactly what he's done, all the time, all the way through.
But
now it's time to catch him out.
Well, what happened was, Cully, this is what's going on. For the past 15 minutes, I kept hearing him say that it's very possible that there were rapes, and I don't think it's propaganda. But he said that until I hear from a source that's not Israeli, I'm not going to say anything. This is what he said. The second I started bringing down the UN and I put this in my profile, that's when he started going and shifting his goal and saying, no, I believe it was rape. I don't know if it was Hamas. That's basically what happened. Where did everyone go?
Nobody removed from the room. As I told you, you can curse him, you can argument. Nobody removed him, not Edward and not anyone.
But why did everyone go down?
I put both of them down because they remove Edward.
Oh.
One of them remove Edward.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay.
Nobody removed anyone. You can curse but try to
I was talking to him and he left, Amos, because he was cornered.
He left or you removed it?
No, he left. We didn't remove him. He left. He got cornered. He got found out. All right. At the end of the day,
That's
he's
a
been
lie.
for the
That's
last
a
2
lie.
years on the stand.
They removed his badge.
We did not remove him. Nobody
And they removed his badge and they sent him to the group. They sent him to the audience. And
Nobody
then he
removed
left.
him. Nobody removed him.
No, you guys removed his mod badge. I saw it. And then you sent him down.
I never removed him.
And then he
I
left.
never moved him
I
down.
saw the play.
What did Caliph say?
Removing people.
Caliph put him in the audience. Caliph put him in the audience and then he left on his own.
Yeah, okay, then Caliph put him on the audience. That was not nice. Nobody put the argument with him. He don't put him down. And I didn't give not Caliph and not you and not even Edward. I don't know who gave all these moderators. It was when I was not in the room. I give Chucky a moderator and he gave everyone. I come back, it was a full room. I didn't want to get involved. But when you put Edward down, it was too much for me.
Personally, I don't know why we're still arguing with these people anymore. It's ridiculous. I think we should probably move to the Iran conflict.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
The reason why I came up, to be honest with you, Aquarius, is because I called him out on it the other night, and I pulled him up on it, and he's had a problem with it for the last 5 days. He keeps on bringing it back up. Oh, you called me a Holocaust denier. You called me a Holocaust denier. I said no. I called you out for continuing to deny what happened on the 7th of October.
Yeah. The problem with him is he sounds very logical and very caring and wants to know the truth, and then you hear what he says and you're like, wait, this is not the guy that I'm talking to.
But this is the narrative. This is what they spin. This is how they try and manipulate the whole story. This whole thing has come about by complete manipulation. I mean, this is how they act and behave. So, they sell the story as if you're going to believe it. It's kind of the PR is so good that you'll end up believing the bullshit. And that's why you fall for it.
The hatred is so strong. Hatred is so strong for Israel is that even they're fighting against Iran, which nobody likes, right? None of the Arab countries like them, but still, since it's Israel going against them, they're siding with the Ayatollah, which is, it just shows, that's all they care about, Israel.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll always call it out wherever I can. It's sick and twisted, but, you got to fight the fight. I couldn't care less what people think.
I open this room for coexistence. Understand? I don't think you know what come and talk to me. This room is open to everybody. And if somebody cares a little bit or argument, but nobody put anyone down, I'm the only one. And the only one I saw out of the room is Swifty, just because he saw me out from Israel. The only reason I saw people from the room. This room is open for everybody. Also for Jack. Jack, a moderator in my room, Amazing. I didn't get you the moderator, but I liked you. So you can stay as a moderator, Jack. See? I don't know who gave you the moderator.
I don't know either. I don't know how I got this.
Amazing. I was not in the room. I've never talked to Pepe. Pepe,
Hello.
speak. How are you, Pepe?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. I see you a lot in the rooms, but you've never speak in my room.
I've spoken in your room a few times.
I don't remember. When I was in the room, you sure?
It's good to see you, man. Well, I've been listening to all of the intelligent people speak about the topic. I've listened to the others too, and just give you all my opinion for whatever it's worth. I like the United States being the world's policeman. I like the fact that the United